fantastic on you.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if this is good or not.
Could you do Moto GP on the bike?
Maybe I need 4 engines on it. 4 engines and one.
Oh. Well,
there is no throttle. Oh well, there is. Well, there is.
Yeah, the shifter.
it's a girly bike.
Oh my God.
Look,
Maybe you can try to do downhill with it.
you wanna try down?
No, you will, me not.
You know, this week we can do it. We can do it.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
It needs a service actually.
It makes a service, yeah.
I've just met you. You've got a fantastic personality.
Thank you.
Great body. Who are you and what do you do?
Well, I'm Pol Espargaró. I'm a Moto GP rider. So also I'm passionate of the downhill wall. So with 2 friends we made this shop with Santa Cruz bikes and some of staff of Santa Cruz. So we enjoy the downhill. So also we made the shop for it. So.
I noticed, is that part of your training as well?
Well, yeah. My team doesn't like really much that that I do downhill. It's not easy and safety sport, but actually I love it. It's one of my passions. When I comes to Andorra to live 2 years ago, I discovered this sport, and I just love it, and I try to do as much I can, but just relax because my job is not this one. So yeah.
I think Moto GP is just as crazy. Talk us through, you crashed last week, right?
Yeah, well, for me it's not dangerous as the downhill. looks less dangerous, but yeah, MotoGP sometimes is a bit crazy. Last week we had an accuracy race with starting dry. After we had to change the bike to wet, and finally we didn't finish the race. But it was a good weekend. I was started 5, and my pace on wet was not bad. I was some part of the race in 3rd, 2nd position. So it means like we were not bad, but by the end of the race I crashed. So at the end, the result is 0 points for us. But anyway, we tried. I think the way is that just try until you get it, and we tried it last week. Maybe next races will arrive.
Can we talk? When I watch on TV and you're crashing, I'm screaming because I'm like, oh my God. Are you thinking when you're in the air? Talk us through it.
Well, not thinking. You are just trying to get the better position to crash on the asphalt. You are trying to turn on the air to hit the asphalt with the back or something like that. But I have to say that my staff, my protection, the leather suit, the helmets, today they are really development. So we have already airbag on the leather suit. So it's really safe. When we crash, we have our staff is really safe, and we have a very good protection with a high technology. So at least not always we take pain of these crashes. So this is good.
So it looks worse for us watching than it is.
Well, sometimes it looks worse for us than for the people who is watching it. But yeah, normally the crashes are really big and scary, but the result normally is good. Normally in the crashes, the riders just can get up and continue racing. So this means that the protections are really good. So yeah.
Can we talk about your training? And talk us through it because it must be intense, mentally and physically.
Well, we try to keep our physical conditions in a good pace. We try to train every day and in the higher conditions. And here in Andorra, it's important to train in the high altitude. We have a really high altitude on the mountains, so we get ready on there because actually it's really good for the body to be training at this altitude at 2,000, 2,500 meters is really good for the body. So for me, living here in Andorra is not just about living style or something like that. Also training, I'm much better. So yeah, it's everything together. We have to train, and we have to train the mentality and also the physical conditions. Yeah.
So where are you positioned at the moment this year?
Well, not really good. I crashed 4 races.
Right.
So normally you should at this, this part of the championship there is riders that didn't crash any time. So I crashed 4 times. This is not my best season. Last year we finished 6. This year I think we are 9 on the championship, but still some races to recover some gap. So we'll try next races, but it's difficult to improve this year the championship. But anyway, we'll go race by race and try to make some good show.
Is it because you're putting too much pressure on yourself?
Well, actually, yeah, maybe it's a pressure. Maybe it's, I want to do, as better as is possible, and sometimes this energy gives to you bad results. So, yeah, sometimes, actually, this is not my best year. Plus, my physical conditions are really good, but riding the bike, I'm not in the best moment.
Yeah.
So plus, my problem with the bike settings and everything is not having the best year. But I will keep trying.
I asked Greg Menard, is he connected to his bike, and he laughed. He goes, no. But MotoGP, it's important. Any technicalities you feel?
Sure, you have to be one with the bike, and you have to be really, like the bike is part of you on the races, and you have to be really, you have to be one with them and race together. And for sure, if you don't get good setting on the bike, and even if you are really good, if the setting is not good, you will not do a good race. So at least we need good bike, good rider, good talent, and everything together. It makes a big result, but you need to be everything really in a good pace.
Your role model. No.
Yeah. Well, when I was child, I loved Alex Barros. Was one rider that one Brazilian rider. But actually always, I imagine MotoGP is Valentino, is Rossi, that it is the one. I mean, the one who beat everyone, the one who makes some style on the championship, and we have to be glad to have him in the World Championship because he take more fans on it, and it's good for the rest of the riders. So at least we need him, and it really impressed and good to race against him on the same championship, on the same class. You have a lot to learn from him because he's a legend. So just I will try to learn as much as possible until he retired. So it is really good to race against him.
So the team camaraderie is very good in MotoGP. You're all supporting each other in a different way.
Well, not really much. I think it's same in all competitions, in different disciplines of a sport.
Yes.
The competition is really high. When the competition is high, it's normal that the complicity between the riders is not really high. But I'm lucky because I have my brother racing in the World Championship. So at least I have my brother, my friend, the guy who I explain everything when I'm bad, when I'm good. So at least we can share our problems, and for sure he will look for good for me, and this is good. I'm really lucky with it.
I was the first woman in London to put a world champion athlete on a catwalk. Let's talk about your personal style. I'm liking what you're wearing. It's very Nike.
Well, no, I'm just wearing like this because I have to go to see downhill riders going now down that the elite one will go down, and I need to be really, comfortable going up and down. So, but at least I like the shining colors, as Valentino makes this style. Yellow, green. These are fluor colors, and normally now I'm riding for Tech 3 Monster Yamaha, and Yamaha is a bit rebel now with Monster, so they like to to play with fluor colors, and I'm trying to to use my stuff with yellow and green. So yeah, looks okay, but at least I think in MotoGP the most important is to be fast on the track. If you are fast on the track, you make your fashion comes to you. So the first is to be the one, then you can play with the colors or whatever you want.
What's your message to boys watching you that want to be you one day?
Well, just
Give them some advice.
just enjoy with this sport. This sport is lovely. It's amazing. You have to, make that this sport is your life. You have to live this sport as your life and enjoy it. Just smile when you go on a bike, and if you do that and you train and you don't give up, because it's important that the sport is never perfect. Sometimes you are winning, sometimes you are losing, and you are losing more time than you are winning. And you just keep pushing all the time. Just enjoy what you are doing, and love the sport you do. Is the only way to be on the top.
Can we talk about Santa Cruz? It's a powerful brand in the downhill for sure.
Yeah, it's a good brand. It's a good brand. Last year.
Allowed to talk about something?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to talk about
Yeah. I'm allowed. Yeah, for sure. I started to do downhill last year, and when I asked about some brands of downhill bikes, they told me Santa Cruz is a good one. So I tried one Santa Cruz, and I were really in love with this bike. So I started to ride it, and when we we had to make a shop in Andorra as it is, so we gonna plan what is the brand that is gonna be on the shop, and I said Santa Cruz had to be the one. So for sure it's a bit more expensive than the others,
Yeah.
but also you pay quality, so at least you are riding the best bike in the world, so this is good.